For anyone looking to break into IT or even just level up from the help desk, you've probably heard this one acronym thrown around constantly: CCNA. For decades, it's been the gold standard, the rite of passage. But today we're asking, heading into Lansenling Archelot, is it still the key? And what does it actually take to pass it now?
It absolutely is still the key. But it's a completely different beast now. The modern CCNA, the Lambert-Assemblélingy exam, isn't just about routing and switching anymore. It's become this all-in-one gauntlet. Cisco essentially took all the old separate tracks, wireless security, automation, and merged them into one comprehensive credential. It's a single exam that proves you're a well-rounded engineer.
We're looking at the CCNA Lambert-Assemblélingy AI by Arsha Minute exam that validates your ability to run enterprise networks. But you're saying it's tougher because it integrates security, IP services, and even automation into one credential?
Exactly. The days of just plugging in cables and knowing a few commands are long gone. What's striking is that consolidation into this one mega exam. It makes the certification far more valuable, but you can't just wing it anymore.
You mentioned automation. That seems like a big shift for what most people think of as a networking exam.
It's the aha moment for so many students. You don't need to be a full-on programmer, but you absolutely have to be able to read things like JSON and understand what APIs are. The modern network engineer is essentially becoming part developer. You're expected to manage networks with code, not just by typing commands into a terminal one by one. The CCNA now reflects that reality.
So, the bar has definitely been raised. But knowing what's on the test is one thing. Actually surviving the hyper minutes of pressure is where it sounds like most people trip up.
That's the core of it. The pressure is immense.
When we look at the numbers, it's a high-pressure environment. About eBay to eBay Arsher questions packed into just 2 hours. That gives you barely a minute per question. The failure rate is surprisingly high for people who self-study because the questions are all scenario-based, focused on things like IP connectivity rather than just memorizing definitions.
Right. And the biggest mistake people make is falling into the dump trap. They find these websites with supposed exam questions and try to memorize the answers. But Cisco knows this. They design complex scenarios where if you don't understand why a packet dropped or why a connection failed, you're completely stuck. It's not a memory test. It's a logic test under a ticking clock.
It sounds like it's less about being a good test taker and more about being a focused problem solver. So if the test is this rigorous, what's the actual payoff once you have those 4 letters on your resume?
The payoff is huge. It's a career accelerator.
Let's talk money and career in the current market. Especially in a place like Australia, holding a CCNA can land you an entry-level role starting between Tiwen and Jowen Australian dollars. We're talking about roles like junior network engineer or NOC technician, which are in extremely high demand because of a massive skills shortage.
It's a complete game changer for someone stuck on a help desk. You're moving from resetting passwords to building and maintaining the company's digital infrastructure. Plus, the certification is good for 3 years, and the training itself even gives you continuing education credits to help you level up to the next stage, the CCNP, down the road.
Is there a specific reason why hiring managers value this so much more than, say, a university degree?
It's the ready-to-work factor. A degree is often theoretical, but a CCNA tells a manager, I can put this person in front of a live server rack on day 1, and they won't accidentally take down the company's internet. That peace of mind, that practical competence is easily worth that Joe Shirkey salary to an employer.
It's the ultimate proof of competence. It's clear that while the path is steep, the view from the top and the paycheck makes it well worth the effort. So, to wrap this up, What are the absolute must-know takeaways for someone considering this path?
Okay, 4 key things. First, the Landsenling Arshalu standard for CCNA means you must know automation and security fundamentals. It's not just hardware anymore. Second, remember the 1-minute rule. With over eBay questions in eBay Arsha minutes, time management is the #1 reason people fail. Third, the practical payoff is real. In a market like Australia, you're looking at a starting salary of 10K to 20K. And finally, hands-on practice is non-negotiable. You can't pass this by just reading the exam tests, scenario-based problem solving. So you have to get your hands dirty with labs.